Congratulations to Arkansas. What a great ball game. I thought Campbell was outstanding. He was aggressive in the strike zone, very efficient with his pitches. We didn't get very many good swings on him at all. And, Nick just lost command of the strike zone just enough to give them some opportunities. And we got the ground ball we wanted on Opitz, but it just eluded Adam a little bit. So great ball game, and congratulations to those guys, and we're looking forward to playing some more baseball tomorrow.
All right, raise your hand and we'll get a mic to you.
Nick, any easy explanation on the command issues? You were rolling right along there.
Yeah, honestly, I just, around the fourth inning, just lost it there. No, I couldn't tell you why, I just did.
Did you ever feel like you were regaining it? And I know the pitches were getting up there for you, but
Yeah, I feel like when I regained it was when I needed to. Luckily, I made some pitches when they meant bases loaded to keep them off the board. But
Zach, tell us a little bit what it was like to face Campbell tonight.
He showed why he's one of the best pitchers in the country. He didn't want to get behind when he was pitching, so we were up there swinging, but he had good stuff, and he worked both sides of the plate, and it was just not a fun night to hit against him.
What makes him so effective?
He's got really good velocity. He's got two really good breaking balls, a really good off speed in general. And so when he can throw all four of those for strikes, you can't really eliminate anything, and you got to be on your toes and ready for whatever he's going to throw at you. And a good pitcher like that, good pitching beats good hitting. So.
Yeah, Nick, scoreless game in the sixth inning. I just guess how crucial was the Opitz at bat when he singled up the middle, drove in two?
yeah, that was against Halen.
Wasn't against
Yeah, I wasn't pitching then. Obviously really crucial. It scored runs.
Broke the score.
Any more questions for the student athletes? Fellas, thank you for your time. All right, same thing for Coach Schlossnagle. Raise your hand, we'll get a mic to you. Bob?
Jim Opitz is like a 240 hitter, the 9-hole guy. He had game-winning hits in a couple SEC games. What was the scouting report on him? I guess just how much credit do you give him for in a bat like that?
I give him a lot of credit. It doesn't matter what – 240 hitter, but he's an experienced player, competitive at bats. When you play high-level Division I baseball and you're an everyday player for a national seed SEC team, you're going to be ready for those moments. And that ball could have easily been a foot left, and it's a 6-4-3 or 6-3 double play, but it wasn't. And we set the table for them with the error, and you can't give any in this game with the pitching, the level of pitching that was on the field. That's what it's going to come down to, is a timely hit. There was good pitching for the most part. There was good defense, really good defense on their end, and it was just going to be a timely hit. And we never had an opportunity to get. We had first and third and one out. We got a sac fly. That's where we needed a ball in the gap, which is it's hard to get off a guy like Campbell. So, but yeah, that was a big hit, and that's how you win championships. That's why they played for a national title last year. They know how to win baseball games, and TCU does too. But they're an excellent team.
Jim, was that a case of Adam just trying to rush it a little bit?
I don't know. I got blocked out a little bit by the umpire. He shouldn't have been trying to rush it because there was no double play to be made. But sometimes the replay is awesome, and sometimes it stinks.
Jim, has Nick? Have you seen Nick struggle with his command like that before?
No, not lately. He's been awesome, and he's had a lot of extra rest. The last two starts have been on 1 day's less rest between the Texas Tech weekend and then the conference tournament. I don't think it had anything to do with the crowd. If anything, I think he was really fired up in the first inning, and I think that he hadn't thrown 97, 98 miles an hour in a long time, since maybe the third or fourth week of the season. So I think if the crowd had any effect, it had him maybe spend a little bit too much energy in the first inning, and then he kind of came down off of that. But you have to give them credit too. You know, they weren't just hacking up there, facing good hitters. You got to throw the ball in the strike zone, or they're not going to swing at it.
Who do you start tomorrow? The first game.
Haven't decided yet. More than likely will not be Janzik. I mean, we still want to try and win this thing, and that doesn't mean that I mean, it's going to be it's an uphill battle for sure. But we're going to talk a little bit as a staff. But it could be Eisler.
What did you think of Cronin? Great battle at the end to the last batter.
Yeah, he needs to be pitching in a higher league. Yeah, pretty awesome. You know, we've had those kind of guys in the past, not left-handed, but we've had the All-American closer. We had one of the best ones in the country for 3 years in Durbin Feltman, and it's fun when you have a guy coming out there throwing that hard and throwing strikes. So he's awesome. It's fun to watch. It's not fun to watch in our dugout.
What do you think of Trevor Ezell? He had a really good at bat, I thought, to start the game, even though he made an out. I think it was 7, and then he had 3 doubles. I know one probably was lost in the lights. What did you think of him going 4 for 5, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, he obviously he's a guy that makes them go, and switch hitter, good from both sides, tough to. I mean, I haven't looked at his numbers lately. Doesn't punch out much. You can tell he's a fighter, competitive player. Anybody that's he's not the biggest guy playing first base for an SEC school, that tells you that he's a grinder, and he's a winning player, which they have a team full of those guys. Fletcher's that same kind of player. So that's why you play for national titles, and that's how you play for national titles. And he's a good one.
Can you talk a little bit more about going to the pen there in the 6th?
Yeah, I just felt like Nick was out of gas. We knew we were going to try and stay left-handed the whole game, because against those guys in the middle of the order, and even though you stay left-handed, we threw a kind of a different lefty, and hoping that Halen could get some ground balls, which he did. He got the comebacker, which we dropped. He got a ground ball single to the left, and then he got a ground ball up the middle. So it just wasn't meant to be. And then I thought Cal did a great job, and Augie did awesome. So we were in the game. We had a chance. We were the home team. We had a chance in the 9th inning against a great closer. But he did a nice job. So, I mean, I'm okay with how everything went in that ball game from our standpoint, from a pitching standpoint, with the exception of wish Lodolo could have gone deeper in the ball game.
Matt?
In your opening comments, you mentioned that you couldn't get a good swing on Campbell. I wonder if you could maybe expound on that a little bit, what he was doing.
Yeah, I mean, he's just he throws with great angle, the angle to the baseball, and so obviously you're trying to see his fastball up and stay on the fastball, and that's what we were preaching. Is I think every single hitter in the game against him got a fastball to hit, but it's a lot easier said than done when he starts sticking the curveball and slider and multiple pitches, and that gets in the head of a hitter if you try and guess a little bit, and then Coach Hobbs doing a great job calling a game over there. I love watching Opitz catch, man. What awesome energy and body language that he has, encouraging the pitcher, and just when you could tell we started taking fastballs for strike threes. Obviously, that's telling you that his off-speed pitches are in the dome of our hitters, and that's what a great pitcher does. He's awesome. Thank goodness he can't pitch again this weekend. So maybe we'll get to play the Razorbacks again. But Central Connecticut's played great today, so nothing's guaranteed.
Any more questions for Coach? Coach, thank you for your time.
All right.